Even though he's not someone that I would technically consider to be one of my favorite filmmakers, I'm always very excited to see what Wes Anderson has cooking up. I recently saw The Phoenician Scheme, and I enjoyed it quite a bit as this story about a tycoon who's trying to secure his legacy through his daughter, and kind of ends up on this journey to not only rekindle their relationship, but also kind of find himself in a battle for his very soul. Along with the craftsmanship, the humor, and the sort of undercurrent of melancholy that is often featured in Wes Anderson's films that people tend to miss when they try to replicate his aesthetic, I really love that each film of his is like stepping into another world. I feel like filmmakers rarely get an opportunity these days to create whole new worlds for their characters to inhabit, and I think it kind of peaked in the 90s where even the big comic book movies of that era would feel like they were taking place in this alternate dimension where production designers get to go buck wild with their sets and models. But a lot of that went away with the rise of naturalism and realism in the 2000s. And Wes Anderson has proved to be the one of very few filmmakers out there who continuously sort of creates these very original and idiosyncratic worlds for their characters to live and breathe in. But to bring it back to the Phoenician Scheme, I don't really have like a whole lot to say about it. A lot of what I enjoyed about the film is basically the same thing that I enjoy about a lot of Wes Anderson films, so there's not like a whole lot new I can really dig into. But I will note two things. I think we criminally undervalue Benicio del Toro. I think he is such a gifted screen presence. I think there is hardly anyone in the world who performs in the way that he does, and I think he brings such a unique presence, not only to this movie, but to any movie that he's in, and always kind of taking a sort of slightly different approach than what you would expect for any character that he plays. So that's one. The second thing, the score from Alexandre Desplat, I think is incredible. He's had such a great run with Wes Anderson's films. He's scored most, if not all, of his recent films. And I love that this one in particular has this sort of propulsiveness to it. There's this kind of anxiety-inducing kind of energy to it. It kind of reminds me a lot of Ennio Morricone's work. I wonder if that was like an influence for this one. So yeah, those are my very brief thoughts on the Phoenician Scheme. Mainly just wanted to use it as an excuse to talk about how I miss when films felt like they were really a sort of window into another world. A world that doesn't look like ours or feel like ours or sound like ours or even operated by our logic. And I'm glad that Wes Anderson is one of the few filmmakers out there who is devoted to sort of keeping that element of film alive. So yeah, if you've seen The Phoenician Scheme, feel free to let me know what you thought of it in the comments.